let's get on to the final game, Italy versus France in Rome. What do we think?
For me, probably the best game of the three. Really
Yeah,
impressed with Italy. Impressed with France as well, actually, how they were able to win that game in the end when really they probably shouldn't have.
I
But
yeah,
agree. Absolute thriller. I think the Six Nations in recent times have lacked games like the France-Italy game, sort of just tense up to the final moment. And I feel like the bridge between the big dogs and the underdogs is finally starting to be gapped. I feel like, Italy's finally found its place in the Six Nations after 20 something years. So really impressed with that.
I think we've
yeah,
been waiting for like 20 plus years for an Italian team to really like compete, and I think now we're starting to see that. I think it's
Mm.
really exciting as well. They got really good players coming through. Their under 20s team is getting really good, so I think it's quite exciting times.
It's it's
yeah.
quite it's quite interesting because this is how it started with Argentina, like coming into the rugby championship and stuff, struggling to win games, and now they're genuine contenders. And
Yeah,
it's Italy with their team. You have to bear in mind Garbisi wasn't playing. Um, and that is, I think, is a positive for Italy as well. And I know, like, obviously, you saw the reaction from the players at the end of the game. Like, they genuinely could have won that game. They could have won that game.
they they pushed a France team that we're considering close to winning the World Cup to right to the last minute as well. And I
Yeah.
just think that is a massive statement, especially in a World Cup year.
I don't know
The
what
thing,
Tommy Allen was doing on the kick though. That still
Mm,
baffs me.
mm.
It's
But that,
still
me personally, I don't blame Tommy Allen at all. I think it comes from Stephen Varney. He's not a confident box kicker. And so you're having to pass it back 15 meters to your 10, and he's all under pressure because he's the only person on that team that can clear
Yeah.
effectively.
no. I'm also talking about the kick for the penalty at the last 5 minutes. Two kicks where they were just severely under
Oh,
meters.
towards the 5 meter channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
how
was
do you not
questioning
hit
that
that?
because
That's just
he was on the 22 and he wasn't even getting
yeah.
close to the 5 meter
It was
line.
like still 8, 10 meters out.
I
Well, go on, Taddy.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting because as I was saying now, it's in a World Cup year. But do you guys still have France as contenders, or do you think it's more so
Yeah,
just a
Yeah, you
blip?
can't you
Do you
can't
think it's a
say it's
blip?
not contenders after one game, can you? That's just stupid. Because South Africa lost to Japan in that World Cup, and you didn't think like it happens, and they
I
still
think
won. That's
it,
the
it,
problem.
it is a bit of a worry as they gave away 19 penalties. And I think Sean Edwards spoke about after the game that he was really shocked about that. But I think they'll go away and take their learnings. I think they're a team that will, like we said, that are developed now, and I think they won't be a bottle team.
But the
yeah.
fact you give away 90 penalties and still win against a competent rugby side just goes to show how good they are at rugby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I think what the thing that I'm most impressed with Italy is so like you have Dupont and Peno, two of the best attacking talents in the world, and they were
Mhm.
kept quiet for 80 minutes. Like how often do you see players like Dupont and Peno not making a huge imprint on the game in an attacking sense? And
It,
Italy
it,
with defense was just able to shut it down.
but that's what my biggest worry is because obviously next week they go to the Aviva and they play a very, very strong Irish team. Yes, of course, we said that we don't believe they're true contenders, but if Ireland beat France next week, they really can't be denied. And I think it goes without saying that France are underdogs heading into that game, especially
Ooh,
if they're playing away. I
Yeah,
would say they are underdogs.
do you reckon?
I would
100%.
say, I'd say the pressure's on Ireland to win, being favourites. But that's
I've
I
still
the
got France winning though.
The thing, yeah, no, me personally, I got France winning. But the thing I'd make about Dupont is even though he was shut down, he wasn't able to snipe as much. But
Mhm.
then his kicking game was perfect off both feet, and his passing game perfect. So he still had a massive impact on like you just can't stop him from having an impact on the game, no matter what
No,
you do.
his shooting in
I
defence
thought
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Something that
I
May
thought
Lynch tried to do against Scotland. Sorry, Kieran. Sorry, no,
I thought
over to you.
Enter oh yeah, I thought Entermac had a quite a quieter game than he normally does. Like he came off and then is it Jalibert that came on? And then Jalibert scored. I
My
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
super
he had a bit of an off game.
my super sub, by the way, guys. Come on, score.
I just
Yeah,
think you look at like next this week, you're obviously going up against a more competent pack and it probably even better defense than what France faced last week. Than what France faced last week. Uh, I can only see Ireland winning this game this Saturday. And things obviously get harder for France for Scotland, a very good Scottish team that they're facing next week at home.
Yeah.
Who's the standout? Who was the standouts for you in the Italian team? There was quite a few
Caputo.
standouts.
Caputo, yeah.
Caputo, like, yeah, he's ridiculous. He's unreal.
He just plays
Lamro.
for fun as well.
I,
Like, he was
I,
playing against a France team for fun.
it's
Yeah.
weird to think he made his international debut in 2020, 2021, around
It was
around that time.
last Six Nations. So
Last Six Nations.
Yeah.
Damn.
But he looks so comfortable out there. Like, his kicks through. Yeah, no, his decision making as well, really underrated. He's just very
Realistic-
Well, I think you mentioned about Negri.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 6. Good go forward. He just carries all day.
And
Just-
with Lamaro as well. It's impressive.
Onto the
So-
topic of Capuzzo, if he's able to carry on this form throughout the whole Six Nations, do you throw him into the Keenan Steward conversation? Do you put him in?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that is that he just hasn't been around for as long. Like they're all recent, fairly new fullbacks to the international game. But obviously Caputo, what is he? 8 caps in.
Yeah.
Stewart and Keenan are like pushing on 20 a bit more. But yeah, Caputo is definitely up there.
I think for
Yeah.
me, from a fullback, he has probably some of the best footwork I've ever seen. That first try he scored, and then even looking at that try he scored last year against Wales, his ability to just move at just such a quick pace is just absolutely insane. It's mind-boggling just how
Well,
effective he is.
The finish he scored against France the other day. I mean, that's not an easy finish. He put Doris, I think it was, on his back foot
Yeah.
quite quickly, and then stepped off, accelerated, and scored. It was perfect.
It's just ridiculous. So yeah, like looking at that game, I feel like Italy should take positives away from that game because look, they were massively held at being underdogs, and they were able to come out with a very, very good result, and they should build confidence from that. I know obviously there was a lot of negativity from the Italian side, but they should really walk away with their heads held high, I think, after that result.
I think the only difference between the two teams is one team knows how to win, the other team doesn't. Like Italy are very rarely in that situation, closing out with within 7 towards the last 5 minutes of a game. France have been in that situation for a lot of games
against the
Yeah.
Springboks, and
Australia. They know how to win games, and that's why for me, I have them over Ireland. I think the only thing is this game coming up from in this weekend is the biggest challenge I think they will have faced as a team, because last year there was no Sexton, so they're facing a completely different Ireland team with Johnny Sexton there.
100%.
But going into the prediction, I still have France beating Ireland, I think.
Cheers, guys, for tuning in to our review video. We have a reaction video coming up very shortly for you.